everyone, my name is Connor Hoffman, and today I am here to bring you another how to build. This time it is on Flandrex, the Scarlet Devil. You guys requested her by an overwhelming majority, so without further ado, let's begin with the legs. Alright, to build Flandrex's legs, these are the parts you'll need. Anytime you see the parts laid out like this, feel free to pause the video, gather what you see here, and build whatever you can. Alright, to start with, the feet. It's just a basic construction using a hand connector, some boat rock eyes, and a metro foot. Add this little Technic piece right in there, just to hold it in. And that's the foot. Now for the lower leg, take this regular old dark red Roxy limb, and this 4-long Technic lift arm connector with the half pin, or 1.5 pin in it. Set it right in the middle hole of the Roxy limb, and then align it just like that, and set that down. For the armor, we will take this Technic connector with a 4-long axle going through it, put 2 Borak eyes, or Borak teeth, on either side. And then on the bottom, take this other Technic connector with a Lego stud on it, and set it in like that. Then, on the Roxy limb, stick it in the bottom hole, just like so, and push it, don't push it actually, leave it flush with the back here. Then take this Borak eye piece and stick it through just like that on the inside. And then finally take this Visorak foot piece, put a half pin, half stud on it, and put a stud on the end of it, obviously. Then just stick it over the top and cap it off with a washer, just like that. And that's the lower leg. Go ahead and attach it to the foot, just like so. Now for the upper leg, you're going to take this regular old Bionicle limb piece connector, and then add one of these new CCBS friction extender pieces onto it. Then take this slicer foot piece, put a transfer pin to axle on it, and go ahead and stick that in just like that. Alrighty. Then on the front, take this Anika piece with the spikes on it. Put it just like so, and then take this Borak tooth piece and layer it over just like that, so it kind of like keys into the Anika armor right there. And then last but not least, take this rubber band, wrap it over the Anika armor and over the Borak tooth, and then on the back here, take this Hero Factory core piece. I don't know why I said Borak there, and then wrap it around the pins like so. So it kind of does something like that, and then just stick it in, sort of like that. There you go. Then attach it to the top of the limb, and that's how you build the legs. Obviously you'll need 2, and the Borak eye is mirrored on either side up here, so that's all you need to know. Let's move on to the arms. Alright, time for her arms. Quick explanation before I move on to actually building it on a few things. This here is just a regular metro limb, but on the pistons on the side I have a minifigure hand, a robot arm piece from like battle droids and stuff, and a robot arm piece with the clip on the other end turned. So for this to work, for these greebles to work, you need those exact pieces. Then I have right here I have a cut lightsaber tube, or a cut flex tube, and it goes to 3.5 lengths long, so you'll need one of those. This chain is 5 lengths long, and this chain is actually a Bionicle chain link with a regular Lego chain around it, and this is also very precise. You need on the side with the Lego stud, you need it to go 6 lengths down and hook into the Bionicle chain piece like that, and then on the other side you need it to go 5 lengths down and hook onto the Bionicle chain piece. So for those greebles you need those exact details. Now let's move on to the actual build. First of all, the hand is just a regular old Bionicle Gringat hand design with a T-piece, all these Exoforce arm pieces, the little claw pieces, a faucet piece right here, a 1x2 Lego brick, 1/3 size, and just a Technic connector on the bottom. The usual design. Now for the lower arm, we're going to need to take these pieces, and on the front here, we're going to take these pieces and combine them like so. So you have the robot clip go into the 3-long Technic lift arm, and that will just sit right there. Then on the back, you're going to take this construction and just set it in like that, so it clips into the piece on the front, just like so. And the lightsaber rod should go through the lift arm up there too. Alright, and then on the back, you're going to take this Anika piece, or this Anika armor piece, and this like half a clicky joint piece, put a robot claw piece in there, and then slide that just like that into the Anika armor. And then we're gonna put that on top of here, but first we need to take this chain piece and just wrap that around the lightsaber tube, and then just push that straight down over the whole thing. And the lightsaber tube should also clip into the Anika armor piece, just like that. So it should go right up to the edge right there. And last but not least, you're gonna have to do a little bit of working to get the clips on, but the clips should go around, the middle clip should go around the piston of the Anika armor, like so, and the clip in the front should go right into that little groove right there. So, right there. And do that for both sides. The minifigure hand just kind of lays next to it, but yeah, everything clips together pretty much perfectly like that. And then those just lay flat. And that's her lower arm in all of its complicated greebly glory. Go ahead and attach the hand. Now for the upper arm. This part's a little complicated too, so bear with me. Go ahead and take this piece, and it should go right here, I believe. That piece will set right there, and then on the front here we will take this 3-long pin with the 3-long axle with the stud on the end, and make that go all the way through just like that. On the inside, we're going to take this piece, and that piece will just set right in there, just like that, so it sticks out the front. And then you're going to take this piece and just clip that over the whole thing. That pin should stick halfway out, just like so. On the inside, take this very useful piece and just space that out once. Alright, my SD card ran out of space before I was able to finish showing that, but we should have left off right about here. Go ahead and pull this piece back out, because it's kind of annoying to hold in there while you do this. But I unlinked the 5-side chain, because it's actually easier to put it on without it on like that. So go ahead, and on this side we should take the chain and hook it around like that. Side with the Lego stud comes up to the top of the Anika armor, just like that. Make sure it's a little bit splayed out like that, and you should get something like this. Then take the chain and wrap it back around the front here of the Anika armor, kind of under that Technic piece, and then re-hook it back onto the thing, back onto the Bionicle chain, and it should do something like that where it kind of tilts a little bit, but that's alright. That's actually what we want. And then bend it back around and then hook it back onto the Anika arm, just like that. And that's how you do the chain. Then go ahead and attach, go ahead and put this thing back on, like so, and then top it off with this Technic beam. Put it over the whole thing, just like that. And then this Anika armor should go on just like so. You need to kind of force it in there a little bit. That's why it wasn't splayed out enough. So yeah, make sure you splay that out a bit so it can actually attach. Perfect. Alright, now this, last but not least, these greebles go on like so. One sticks up and one sticks down. And that's her arm. So go ahead and attach that. just like so. And we will move on to the torso. Alright, we will be building her torso in sections again, so just for her waist, these are the parts you're going to need. To start with, go ahead and take this Horde Connect piece with these washers spacing in gaps, like so. Go ahead and stick that on in the middle of a Vaki waist and put a 4-long pin going all the way through, so it spaces out on either side. Then next we will take these pieces and these pieces, go ahead and attach these Borak eyes on over the outside of this piece on either side, making sure the spike faces backwards with the connector piece like so. Then take a very useful piece, stick it on the side of the Vaki waist, and go ahead and attach that piece on top of it all. Then on the other side, it should do something like that. Next, go ahead and take this hand connector piece and this construction here with the pin and the 3-long axle. Snap it on like so, and then on the back, go ahead and slide that through. On the front, we're going to cap it off with another hand connector and a ball joint. Put it on over it, just like so, and then have that Lego piece on the front. And then next, we're going to put this Metro armor piece over the top, like so, with a half pin, half axle going into that Technic connector, just like that. Then we're going to take this Slicer foot piece and go ahead and attach that over the whole thing, so the stud on the 3-long pin snaps into it. Then take these 2 4-long axles with the stoppers on the end and shove them all the way through, just like so. Then hold those in there while you put this in, this Metro torso piece over the front, and then cap it off with these 2 Technic, with this Technic lift arm. You might need to grab something to shove those pieces in there, but it should work perfectly well. I'll just use her sword. There we go. And that's her waist. Moving on. Here's a couple little smaller chunks you'll need to put this mock together. This is just a Paraka arm piece with 2 Greeble spikes on it. And then this is just an Anika shoulder pad with 2 long pins on the front and just a trans red Lego stud. This is just a hand connector with 2 Borak eyes on the side. And this is 2 Technic connector pieces connected by very useful pieces, and 1 2-long axle and 1 4-long axle connected like so. And then this is just an Anika armor piece with some greebles on it and a little Technic connector that looks just like that on the inside, facing down. Moving on, this is one of the 2 big sections of Technic in her build. So to start with, we'll need this Technic connector like so. Go ahead and attach this piece on the inside of this 5-long axle or lift arm, and then this piece will go just like that through there. Attach that first piece on like so, and then attach this piece going in just like that. And that's one of those 2 long Technic lift arms with the axle hole on one side and the pinhole on the other side. Moving on. Alright, and now for the last section of Technic. For this you will need all the parts you see here. For this, we'll go ahead and start with these. This is just 2 Metro armor pieces, and you need to put these displacement plates on the inside like so, as well as a stud on the other side. It's very important for the overall look of the mock and actual construction, so don't forget to use those. Then we take this divided tri-piece, I'm not sure what else to call it. Put these Technic connectors on the inside and go ahead and snap it to this bent axle or lift arm piece. I keep saying axle instead of lift arm. Just like that. Then take this very useful piece and this 5-long axle. Go ahead and slide that straight through the middle. Okay, there we go. Got stuck there for some reason. Alright, and next we'll take these two Anika neck pieces. Glatorian neck pieces. Stick that on the back of the lift arm, like so, and these have studs on them, so you can attach the far hole of the plate just like that over them. Yes, I know you could put a furlong one, a spacer, and keep that held down, but that actually interferes with articulation enough to make it not worth it, so this is how I connected it. Then on the two pinholes right here, or the two long pins, like that, you take these bell-rock teeth and just stick them around the axle, like so. And last but not least, cap off these axles here with the bell-rock eyes. And that's the top section of the Technic. Now we will put it all together. Alright, now to put everything together, I added this little rubber band here, so make sure you don't forget that. To start with, let's take these pieces and connect them like so. So where this too long pin is up here, that should stick into the bottom hole of this Paraca limb right there. It should fit in perfectly just like that. Then go ahead and take the other big chunk of Technic, and then by the axle, stick it through the top hole of the Paraca limb, and everything should line up and click together perfectly. Then on the back, take this flexible Technic construction we made, lay it like that, and go ahead and just stick that on, like so. Then to just snap this piece on right over the top of that axle, like so. And next we'll take the rubber band part and hook it around this little piston detail, like so, and hook it around the other one as well, so it kind of does something like that. Then grab the part of the rubber band that's facing the front, and hook it over the top like that, sort of. Then take this hand connector piece and just stick that onto the front like so. And then grab your rubber band again and stick it under or over the bottom of the Anika armor piece. And this will only just sit in here via friction, so at the bottom hole, let it go through the axle like so. And this little greeble fell off. But that should be Flandrex's torso. Actually, go ahead and grab the waist, and with these two little greebles sticking out here, they go along the sides, and let them go on the outside of the rubber band, so they kind of push it inwards a little. And then go ahead and attach the ball joint, and that's her torso. Now we will do the head. So the head is pretty simple. All you'll need is a Kanohi crest and all these little extra detail pieces. Go ahead and start with the CCBS part. Just take these bones and this shell and stick them together. Add these little greeble spikes on the back there. Then take a regular hand connector, put two Baraki eyes on either side, and then go ahead and attach the Kanohi crest, or the Krika mask, whatever you want to call it. Snap that to the Hero Factory bone, and you should get the whole neck and head design. Now for the lower jaw, you need to take two of these pneumatic T pieces, as well as these Exoforce arms. Stick the ends of the T pieces in one of them, like so. Also, you'll need this little minifigure hand for her tongue construction thing. Actually, I believe that goes in like that, so it sticks out a little more. Then just cap it off on the other end with another Exoforce arm. There's spikes right there, and those spikes will be her bottom teeth. And that just sticks in the bottom of the hand connector, and you've got her jaw. A very vicious jaw. Next we will do her wings. Her oh so controversial wings. So there's not really much to explain with Flandrex's wings. However, I do think if you don't like the multicolor, you can always use white and silver blades. But I will say, if you read up on her backstory, you can figure out why she has multicolored wings. Or if you knew who I based her off of, then you would probably not care in the first place. So let's begin. Go ahead and add this. Go ahead and add these greebles to this hand connector, like so. And for the rest of it, it's basically just a Glatorian neck, a couple very useful pieces, and these Technic connectors. and you will just repeat this Technic connector pattern like so. So you do this Technic connector, this 3-long pin, or this 3-long axle, and a clicky joint, so it clicks towards the front of the wing. Then you add another one, and then add a clicky joint that faces up, so it clicks upwards, and another one that faces forward, and another one that faces upward. So you get something like that, and this will add a sort of almost bent metal kind of clicky style. Oh, also, and you have this 2-long pin and another Technic connector on the front like that. So that's what you get with those. And then the pattern for her wings are the green blade, the white blade, the orange blade, the blue blade, and last but not least, the big white and red blade. And that's how you build her wings, and you'll need 2, of course. Oh, don't forget to add on the hand connector piece right there. And that's how you build her wings. Moving on, we will do her sword next. So for her sword, it's pretty simple. Go ahead and just add this Technic link extender piece right there onto this Technic connector with the 2-long pin. Then you're going to need another one of those tri-pieces. Stick it on the bottom like so, and then add 2 more extender pieces with claw greebles on the inside. Next, take a very useful piece and 2 2-long axles. Stick it on like that. Add a Technic connector onto the inside and cap it off on the other side with another very useful piece. And last but not least, add the scorpion sword piece from Knight's Kingdom, whoever used that. I can't pronounce his name, so there we go. Now, last but not least, I'll show you how to put it all together. So, last but not least, gather up all the parts of Flandrex and assemble them. So, take the legs, stick them onto the bottom of the torso, like so. Make sure the Borak eyes on the side of the legs are on the outside. Then, go ahead and add the arms up to the really high shoulders, like so. There and there, like that. Now add the head to this ball joint up here at the top, like so. And her wings will connect to these 2 exposed axles on either side, like that. So right on the end of the hand connector, just attach those. There and there, like that. And of course her sword will go in her hand, so on the Technic connector right on the inside, go ahead and attach the 2-long pin, like that, and wrap her fingers around it. And that will be how to build Flandrex. And she will take a second to stand up, so I'm just going to cut. And so guys, that is it. That is how you build Flandrex. If you liked the video, make sure you leave a like, a comment, and if you really like how to builds, then make sure you subscribe. For our next how to build, I will be doing the updated version of Noxus. It's been over 3 years since I posted the original how to build video, and I feel it's time to upgrade. He has had pretty significant changes done to his design since then, so I feel like it's time for an update. If you like the mock and you want to build it, feel free to do so. Use any designs you want, I don't care. You don't even need to give credit if you don't want to. If you do design your own version of the mock, please feel free to share it with me. Post a link to it in the comments below, and I will feature you at the end of the video with the rest of the awesome people. And without further ado guys, that is it. Make sure to leave your support, and I will see you on the next how to build.